Some of that. Right, you stop! Hey! Sierra Oscar from 218.
Go ahead, George.
Yeah, I've got a driver done a runner, Sarge. Only stopped him for a no right turn. Yeah, same to you and all, mate.
They've taken everything, all the pictures.
All right, well, someone from our burglary squad will come over to have a look, Mrs. Jacobs. Now, if I could just have your address.
My address? Oh, it's not my house that's been burgled. I only wish it was.
Come on, please, madam.
Not shown lost or stolen, George, but the keeper is supposed to be a delivery company in Stockton-on-Tees.
Well, I don't think my man was doing any deliveries, Sarge. The van's empty.
I'll give the company a ring, George. See if they've sold it on.
Yeah, thanks, Sarge. Perhaps you could ask Mr. Munro if we could take this thing back to the yard. Tyres are lethal, and it's causing quite an obstruction here.
That might be difficult, George. Yard's pretty full.
Yeah, well, I don't want to leave it here for Chummy to drive it away. If he wants it back, he should have to come back down to the station and ask for it, and explain what he's playing at.
See what I can do, George.
All right, thanks, Sarge.
I'm never going to be able to look Bob and Ellie in the face again. They only left yesterday on their holidays.
And left you to look after the house.
I live next door, don't I? We always cover for each other. Shut curtains and so forth. Fine job I made of it this time, didn't I?
Oh, you mustn't blame yourself, Mrs. Jacobs. Takes more than switching on and off lights to stop a burglar these days.
Sorry to keep you, just here.
It's nice of you to give me a lift back, anyway.
Well, it will be if we can ever get out of here.
Do you want me to see if I can get something moved?
No, I'll manage. Anyway, we better get out while we can. Tony's bringing in the dodgy 3.5 tonner, apparently.
Donna, got another pin for your map. Mr. and Mrs. Stewart reported by their neighbour, Mrs. Jacobs. David and Suzi are down there now.
A holiday break-in? That's the second one we've had this month.
It's the third. You had 1 week before last too, remember?
Is that right?
Yeah, it is. And it's a funny time of year, Sarge. I mean, the burglars have got to be pretty lucky to find people holidaying now.
Well, that or they're pretty well informed.
I can't tell you how upset I was when I discovered this. Yeah, imagine coming back to that.
Yeah, well, it can be tidied up once the scene of crime's office had a look, Mrs. Jacobs.
But it can't be replaced, can it? Her nice jewellery box is gone. The clocks, the ornaments. They even took all the family pictures. Just for the frames, I imagine. Who would do such a thing?
Quite a lot of people, I'm afraid.
But how would they know that Bob and Ellie are away? I did the lights and curtains as usual.
Well, sometimes people find out you're away, Mrs. Jacobs, by an address label on a case, for example.
Well, it's asking for trouble. Put the home address on the labels. It's standard MO, Suzi. Glass punch, masking tape.
But can you find the burglars? Get their stuff back before I have to show them this?
Well, we'll certainly try our best. I'm going to have a knock around.
OK, Dave. Mrs. Jacobs, I just need to confirm a few points with you.
Hold it, Tommy, hold it! Get a bit, Joel! Yeah, all right, just back it up, yeah? Yeah.
Oh, shout at the Broadfields. I need to get a panda out now.
Yeah, just hang on a minute, will you, Narika?
Tell it to Munro, George. I mean, why couldn't you just left it where it was?
You know why.
Yeah, what if the driver never turns up?
Well, it gets scrapped then, doesn't it?
It's like Tony's doing that for you now.
Oh, well, we got it in, haven't we? We got it in, didn't we, Tony? We? I certainly did. I'm gonna be about as popular as pork scratchings at a bar mitzvah. Yeah, I know.
Can I have a ticket for when Cato finds out?
Come on, let's go and survey the damage you've caused.
Thanks, Suzi.
Did you get anything?
Not a lot, Sarge. According to Mrs. Jacobs, the Stewarts flew from a different airport and on a different airline to the other victims.
Well, that rules out the baggage handlers, then.
So no connection at all?
Well, there are some similarities. I mean, they were all flying abroad, for example, and they're all quite elderly.
So what about the travel company?
Different in the 3 cases I looked at.
And the route to the airport?
Yeah, we had trouble with minicabs passing on addresses once.
The Stewarts went by coach, apparently.
What about the others?
Not sure, Sarge. I mean, I could look into the holiday break-ins.
3 in 2 weeks.
It is off-season?
Yeah, I think it's worth a morning.
It was like trying to get through to my grand, George, and she's been dead for 20 years.
So they wouldn't tell you who they sold the van to, then?
Oh, eventually, when I got through to the right person, and when eventually they called me back...
And?
Well, it seems to belong to a local bloke called Steve Atherton. I haven't phoned him up. I thought I'd leave that to you.
All right, cheers. I'll pay him a visit.
I should, and I should do it before Mr. Cato finds out about his parking space.
Excuse me. Good morning. PC Quinnan, Sun Hill. We're investigating a burglary a few doors up the road at number 33.
Oh, yeah, the Stewarts. Heard all about it from Mrs. Panic Stations.
I'm sorry?
Mrs. Jacobs. Tell the old street near enough.
Do you think you may have seen anything suspicious from your house between about 5:30 yesterday afternoon up until about 9 o'clock this morning?
Not from my house, I didn't. I live 3 streets away.
Oh.
I do a few odd jobs, bit of gardening for the old folks who can't manage it themselves. Well, we don't all drop dead at 65, you know.
No,
Yeah, now I think about it. There was someone earlier on. A van came round the block 2 or 3 times.
A van?
Yeah, fair-haired bloke driving it. Seen him looking around. Can't remember him delivering anything, though.
Well, what sort of a van?
Oh, box van, tatty blue thing.
What, he was just looking around, was he?
Yeah.
Atherton could well be worth a pull, George. A van like his was in the area of the burglary this morning.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit OTT for a no-right turn. I'm at the flats now. Just have to hope he's in.
I gather Mr. Monroe gave permission for that truck to be parked in our yard.
Yes, sir.
Causing a major obstruction, and all for a no-right turn, I understand.
Before you go any further,
What do
sir...
you think it does for speeding? Hang, draw and quarter?
The vehicle is now suspected of being involved in a burglary, sir. George Garfield has gone to see the bloke to sort it out.
Has he now?
If Steve was here, you could have him with my blessings.
Oh, so it's like that, is it?
It certainly is. Slimy little toad. Stays here when he wants to and doesn't when he doesn't. Usually goes when the kids start acting up.
The telly isn't working.
So you're not married then, no?
No chance. Steve wouldn't go for it. Not his kids, see.
Right.
And I wouldn't marry him neither. See?
Yeah, that's fine.
Come on, keep coming! Keep coming! Come on, you've got to meet here! Back! Back! Keep coming! Come on!
Where's he going, sir?
Out of the way, Quinn, and can't have it blocking off half the yard. Come on!
Tony?
Terrific. We're moving it somewhere a bit more convenient, Dave. Then we need to see exactly what's inside.
Well, too right. I've got a positive idea on this. Providing Cato leaves it in one piece.
He works for War Boys. Smooth talked them into hiring him as a subcontractor to deliver their stuff around the place.
So they'd know where he was then?
Doubt it. He picks up a load in the morning and then spends the rest of the day delivering it to the punters.
He picks up in the morning?
Yeah, as soon as he's been to the garage for diesel.
So his van should be full of goods then?
Yeah. Something wrong?
So he left here this morning saying that he was on his way to work with the van?
Cool, it's about 7. Look, what's going on?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure. But I intend to find out. Thanks for the tea, love.
Well, if you do, tell me. Oh, and don't worry. Nothing would surprise me. Steve's about as slippery as a one-armed fishmonger.
Thanks. So why do you,
Stay with him.
Yeah.
He has his good points.
I see.
Sarge, I got something. A connection between the holiday burglaries.
Oh, don't tell me it's got something to do with a dirty blue van.
Afraid not. The victims might have all gone with different travel companies, but they all went by coach, and the same coach company at that.
Interesting.
The Big Tripper Coach Company specialises in small coaches, you know, for the elderly and that. Anyway, I've given them a call, and a Mr. Roberts says he's happy to see us.
Sarge, Atherton was out, but something's definitely going on. Well, George, he can't have gone to work this morning, and he does have previous, according to the PNC, for theft and deception. I reckon the answer has to lie in this thing.
I'm not so sure. We've got a new lead on the holiday burglaries.
They all went by coaches from the same firm. Could have been a bent employee looking at the passenger list or something.
Yeah, but it wasn't a coach at the burglary, though, was it?
But that's just the word of one witness. We've got a definite lead now.
But I saw the bloke this morning. Atherton looked as guilty as hell about something, and his missus makes him sound like that type and all.
But how do we prove that?
Simple. It's all on here. Now, we know where he set off from. We know where he was stopped by me. The chart's a precise record of where he went, if you know how to read it properly.
And do you?
Yeah, I do. Got mates in the transport business, haven't I? Now, all we have to do is get this thing enlarged, and I can work out with a map his probable route. So, if he was at the Stewart's place, I reckon I can prove it.
So, 7 burglary victims. In the past 3 months, all of them went to the airport in one of these.
Dave Roberts, are you the police?
Yeah, DS Greg, WPC Croft.
Please. Well, I hope I can help you, but I don't know how.
I'm not sure we do either, Mr. Roberts.
The Nazis used these to keep a track on their transport corps in the Second World War.
Doesn't surprise me.
Now, there are 3 traces.
Yeah, I know. That's the speed, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right. The zigzag one is the distance he travelled, and the 3rd is mode. The driver's supposed to key that in himself when he's unloading or eating or whatever.
So in the case of Atherton, we can take it all with a pinch of salt.
Yeah, right. Since he didn't even bother to put his name on the thing. But the other 2 traces he can't fiddle. Now, have you got the map?
Yeah.
Right. Now then. He leaves Suzi Aitchison's place about 7 a.m, gets up to about 40 kilometres an hour and straight back to a stop. So, total distance travelled can only be a couple of 100 metres.
Then it looks like he might have gone to the Cheetham Road junction at the end of his street. If he'd gone the other way, there's no junction for half a mile.
Right. Are there lights at the Cheetham Road junction?
There are, yeah.
Oh. Well, then it could well be, because he waited a couple of minutes before moving off.
This could work, couldn't it?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think the drivers call it the spy in the cab?
Are you suggesting one of my employees is a burglar?
Not necessarily, Mr. Roberts.
But your passenger lists could be very useful to a dishonest person.
Well, we know that, don't we? That's why we keep them under lock and key when the itinerary comes in from the travel company.
So they do send you the addresses then?
Well, depends on the company, doesn't it? There. But they don't get left lying around, I can assure you.
Is there any other way someone could get hold of the information?
What about your drivers? Do they get these lists?
Well, of course. If they're picking people up.
What, picking them up from their houses?
Yes. We do that for some of the senior citizen tours. It's all part of the big trip of service. Look, you're welcome to look through my records if you think it'll help.
Could they tell us who picked up a given person on a given day?
Well, if it's recent, then yes.
It's worse than a jigsaw, this thing. You just can't leave it alone.
How's it going, Georgie boy?
Well, I've got him through to about 8 a.m. And if we're right about his route, I think he was on his way to the Stewart's after another local stop.
Well, how can you tell that then?
Well, I can't be sure. Not without duplicating his route in another vehicle fitted with a tacho.
We're doing a series of informed guesses based on speed and distance.
Yeah, look. You see where he almost stops and then picks up speed again?
Yeah.
Well, if the distance travelled suggests he might be at a junction, then I'm assuming that's a left turn.
Eh?
Well, because if it was a right turn, he'd probably have to come to a complete stop, wouldn't he, Dave? Now, if that ties in with the next junction, well, then I know I might be right.
Yeah, well, you're far too clever for this game, Georgie boy.
It's all a load of squiggles to me.
Yeah, well, like I say, it is all guesswork. But if we can get a positive sighting on one of his earlier stops, then I'm pretty sure that this stop here corresponds with the Stewart's burglary.
George reckons Atherton was up here in his van this morning.
Made a stop somewhere in this area, apparently, before he went on to the Stewart's.
We could be looking all day. Meanwhile, George is up in CID with his feet up.
Well, it's worth a look, Tony.
Yeah, if you believe Madam George and his taco readings, that is. I mean, I can't tell you where someone was, can they? Not from just a record of the speed and distance.
Hang on.
You need the experts at Lambert, don't you, with all their technical equipment. I mean, you can't just pick up a taco, just read it and know where people are. I mean, it's ridiculous. His whole theory...
Tony!
Is the safest way to leave your front door.
Is everything all right?
Nothing to be alarmed about, madam. Hello?
It's been done, Tony.
happened?
We think there's been a burglary, madam.
Oh, no.
Let's see if we can trace the owners.
Oh, it's no use doing that. They're away. Went yesterday.
Sarge,
Hmm?
I've got him again. Same driver doing a pickup for a group of over 60s. That makes 3.
No, it doesn't. Makes 4, because I've got him too.
How's it going? Waste of time, I trust?
I'm afraid not, Mr. Roberts. One of your men appears to have been the driver in 4 cases we've found so far.
What?
Mr. Ivor Thomas.
Right. Come on, Donna. Let's check out that first stop. The one we thought was a stop for diesel.
I can't, George. I spent all morning on it.
Come on, Donna. It's only one that hasn't been visited.
Oh, come on, George, knock it on the head, eh? Sarge has got a surefire set in the interview room downstairs, man.
Yeah, but Thomas wasn't at the burglaries. Atherton was.
We only think that, George.
I don't.
You understand you're not under arrest, Mr. Thomas. You're free to leave at any time.
I do.
And you also understand why we want to talk to you?
It is a bit of a coincidence, isn't it?
You could say that.
Thanks for the lift, Norika.
It's okay, George. Beats keeping Tony supplied with donuts.
Right, take it slowly. Around this next corner, there should be a garage.
I'm impressed.
Yeah, well, his missus said he always filled up first. And if he was here, it supports the rest of the evidence from the tacker. Hang about.
What?
Just drive over to that snack bar, will you?
Well, I was at work. Every one of those days. Ask anyone.
We have, Mr. Thomas.
Then how can you accuse me of burglarising people?
Because we have 7 elderly victims, Mr. Thomas, all of whom were burgled while on holiday and all driven to the airport by you.
Yeah, I understand that. But I take thousands of people to the airport every year. And some of them are bound to be burgled, as you must know.
All right, Mr. Thomas. What about your passenger lists? Did you show them to anyone else?
Of course not.
Right. What about at home? Does anybody else live with you?
No one. Now.
Something happened?
I have a flat. She got the house.
So you're divorced then?
Separated. In all but financial matters. And then we're still pretty well connected.
But the tea lady doesn't remember a blue van.
Yeah, but it's got to be. The owner said the big tripper coach drivers are always here.
So how do we prove a connection between Atherton and the coach driver?
Is that it then? Can I go back to work?
Not just yet, Mr. Thomas.
Thanks, Bob.
Pleasure.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Mr. Thomas. But my colleagues just heard something rather interesting. That you and your fellow drivers often stop off at the snack bar by the DIY place on the Hoxton Road. We can look at your old taco charts from the coach, Mr. Thomas. Your boss has already been most cooperative. And if we get your charts expertly read, we can prove exactly when you visited that snack bar.
And link you with Steve Atherton.
And the burglaries. Come on, Mr. Thomas. I know you've not been in trouble before.
Is it that wife of yours? She taking too much money off you? Couldn't keep up with the payments?
Thieving cow.
What about Atherton?
I knew Steve from the snack bar. It was his idea, you know. He said he had a perfect scam.
And?
He said no one would ever know I was giving him the information and no one would ever be in when he went round to do the job.
And all you had to do was pass on local addresses?
Not exactly. I sold them 40 quid a time.
Time to clock off.
Who's a clever boy then?
Well, you got him then.
You got Thomas, singing like a bird. Says he had a deal to sell Atherton addresses of local people when they went away.
What about Atherton himself? How are we going to find him?
He'll turn up. He's got to go home sometime.
No, I wouldn't be so sure. He's a sly one.
Well, it's over now, isn't it? Lose my job, go to court. Prison.
You won't go to prison on your first offence. You should have thought about your job, though, before you started.
True. Tell you one thing, though. I'd like to see the old buzzard try and get a maintenance out of me now.
There is one other thing you could do for us, Mr. Thomas. We need to find Steve Atherton.
Isn't he at home then?
No. He absconded when one of our officers tried to stop him today. That's what first aroused our suspicions. I was just wondering if you might know where he is.
Me? I'd just meet him at the snack bar.
Right. Is there anything you can tell us about Atherton that might help us to find him?
I suppose there might be. I can tell you someone else he knows.
OK, we're in business. Ivor Thomas isn't the only coach driver Steve Atherton knows from the transport car. He met a female driver there too. Sheila Ballantyne works for the same firm.
What, doing the same thing, getting addresses for him?
Possibly. Thomas doesn't know.
I see.
Anyway, Suzi's getting the address. I suggest a few of us pay her a visit.
Game on.
Does that include me, Sarge? I'm the only one that can give you a positive idea on Atherton.
Yeah, OK, I'll square it with Mr. Munro. That means now, George. I think we can safely say we're in the right place.
This isn't far from where I pulled Atherton over. You might well have legged it here.
Is that right? Well, I'm about to find out.
Right there. Your position.
All set, Sarge.
I'm going in now. Sheila Ballantyne?
Yes.
Yes, Craig, Sun Hill. Looking for a second. Hey! Here's all yours!
Right there.
Don't even think about it! No, Sarge? Yeah. Right, Dave. Right, I'm going to cuff him, OK? Okay. All right. Shut up! Stephen Atherton, I'm arresting you for burglary. All right. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand? Said all right! Right, ready? Let's have... Yep. Right, so, 1, 2, 3. All right!
What the hell's going on?
She's nothing to do with it, so you leave her out, right? Just someone else you met at the transport. That's not a crime, is it? I don't think your missus would see it that way.
Yes, what?
Well, looks like you've got some explaining to do, Casanova.
Hang on a minute.
I'm saying nothing. I was rather hoping you'd have a lot to say since we can prove that you were at 2 burglaries this morning. And who knows how many more. What? Technology, mate. That and women. They'll get you...
Messy job.
He's done better.
You know who did it?
I know who I think did it.
Finished in here, Sarge. There's not much for you, though. He was wearing gloves.
Yeah, thanks. So it was the noise of the window breaking that woke you, was it?
Well, I think so.
What time was that, Mr. Adams?
4. I looked at the clock. Then I heard movement downstairs.
Why didn't you call the police?
Believe me, I wish I had. But I wasn't sure. I thought it was the cat. Stupid, really stupid.
So you went to investigate?
I came downstairs, marched in here, switched on the light, and there he was.
Just standing there?
With a tool bag and a baseball bat in his hands. I don't know what happened next. Well, he hit me with the bat. He pushed past and went out the front door.
Oh, it doesn't seem to have taken much.
Just the clock and a few CDs, I think.
But you remember what he looked like?
Oh, yes, believe me. I got a good look. That's one face I'll never forget.
469 from Sierra Oscar receiving.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we've got a call from St Hugh's, Polly. They've got a boy, Tassin Mehmet, and his mother, wanting to report an alleged assault. Can you deal?
On way, Sarge.
Soll måste vi komma till. Pappa soll hem.
Vad kuppar dö? Och du är jättebillig.
Hello, Mrs. Mehmet. I'm WPC Page from Sun Hill, and you must be Tessin. Can you tell me what happened?
I don't want to talk about it, Mum.
No more Tessin. Every morning is different excuse. Tummy ache, feeling sick. Doctor says nothing wrong with him, but there is. He's frightened. Frightened go to school.
Have you spoken to the school?
First week he was there, he come home, cold all torn. But they think maybe it's accident.
And you're sure it wasn't?
It's big problem. Not just with Tassin. Other new boys, too.
Do you know who's responsible?
Söyle kendine. Söyle kendine ne oldu?
I don't want to tell her.
I have to work. And this morning I make him go to school. And see what happens? You have to tell her, Tassin.
Mum, nothing happened. I fell over, that's all.
And your watch? Where is it?
I lost it, okay? Can we go home now?
They have to put your arm in plaster. The watch is present from father. Engraved on back.
I'll get it back.
Was there anyone else with you this morning?
No, I was on my own. I just want to forget it.
Burshidale, it's okay.
Tassin, you've been robbed and assaulted and you're in pain. I know you want to forget all about it now. But would it be all right if I asked someone from CID to call round later, in case Tassin changes his mind? He won't say what happened or who did it, but his mum seems to think it's been going on since the beginning of term.
OK, I'll go down to the school, have a word with the head. See if I can find out what's been going on.
Oh, I hate talking to teachers. Always makes you feel like you're in the wrong, not doing your homework or something.
Hi.
Donna, that aggravated burglary at Gatley Crescent. The MO and description fit Lewis Barden like a glove. And Adams, the loser, is ready and willing to identify his assailant.
Good. I'll pull out the files on the other jobs where Barden's a suspect.
Yeah, please. It'll be interesting to see if our Lewis remembers Mr. Adams as well as Mr. Adams remembers him.
All right, Josh. Got any money?
Leave me alone!
You tell it for me, do you hear?
The bell went 5 minutes ago.
Excuse me, I'm looking for Miss Wardale, the headmistress.
Yes, I'm Miss Wardale. How can I help you?
D.S. Morgan, Sun Hill. It's about the incident this morning. Young Turkish lad, Tassin Mehmet.
Most unfortunate. Not exactly a good introduction to the school.
Well, he's not been here long then.
No, he's one of the new intake. He started at the beginning of term.
I'd like to talk to some of his friends, see if they can tell me what's been going on.
We have a policy of not allowing the police on the premises during school hours.
But surely in the
I'm sorry,
circumstances-
Sergeant, but like the police, we try to deal with these things internally. Now, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to leave. I have a lot to do.
You can't do this. You haven't got a warrant.
Yes, we can, Lewis. Now you've been arrested. You of all people should know that. Now, you've got some CDs here, but, no CD player.
Yeah, they were going cheap down the market. I thought I might be getting one soon, you know.
But you didn't have time to nick it last night.
Those CDs are not nicked.
Mm-hmm. Upstairs. Yeah. So, last night.
Yeah? What about last night?
Where were you? And please don't say you were at home in bed with your wife.
Well, where else would I be? I'm sure Maureen would be glad to tell you.
No, don't bother. Your Maureen would swear the world was flat if you had time to brief her first.
This is my boy Darren's room. Well, I'm hardly likely to have hidden things in here now, am I?
You'd hide things in your granny's knickers if you thought I wouldn't look there.
That's an offensive...
Sarge.
Nice watch.
Yeah. It was a present to my boy.
What's that mean, then?
So, can I have a word about Albert in a second?
What about it? Look, show me these again when they're finished, will you, Jeff? I'll hang on to this one.
A boy from there had his arm broken this morning.
Not by accident, I tell you.
Assault. And not for the first time either, according to his mother.
Look, the school has got a bad reputation, Joe, but the new head is cracking down on it.
It's not the impression she gave me this morning.
You've not been there.
Any reason why not?
Look, we've only just got them to restart talks with us as part of the kids' PSE studies. That school hasn't allowed us over the threshold for years. I don't want you charging in there, upsetting everything.
You've got nothing on me.
I'm showing Mr. Barden a gold-plated Accurist watch engraved on the back with the words Tassin Babandan, which translates as to Tassin from your dad, and found at Mr. Barden's house earlier today.
Where did you buy the watch?
I don't remember.
But you didn't know what this engraving meant, did you? It seems a strange thing to do. Buy your son a watch and then have something you don't understand engraved on the back.
Yeah. It was done already. Bloke didn't collect it. They got it cheap, you know.
Your son must have been over the moon, getting someone else's reject watch. Do you know where Gatley Crescent is?
It's not a crime to know your way around, is it?
No. But it is a crime to break into someone's house and hit them over the head with a baseball bat.
It weren't me.
He got a good look at you, Lewis. Described you perfectly.
He's made a mistake, then.
We'll see about that. In an ID parade.
It's difficult to organise a parade at short notice, sir. I need something positive to link Barden to the burglary before I have to let him go. You'll need more than just an unsubstantiated identification anyway. Well, I got the watch, we got some CDs, and Barden will crack if Adams identifies him. I'll arrange a parade for 2 days' time, so it's the best I can do. Well, that's 2 free days for Barden to intimidate the witness.
Can you tell me why Joe Morgan went barging into Elverton School without even letting me know there was a problem?
A boy was assaulted. That's a CID problem.
Look, she was not in pursuit of a suspect. And I don't appreciate all my hard work being ruined because your officers go charging in without even bothering to call me.
Sign here. I'm free to go now, am I?
You're being released pending further inquiries, Mr. Barden. You must return for an identity parade on Wednesday at 2:30 p.m.
Yeah, it'll be my pleasure.
Come, please. Is watching the television in the back? Tassim, there is a lady who wants to talk with you.
Well, look, just be very careful with it. But that's the trouble, Master, does you learn?
Mum!
It is rude to watch when people come.
I don't want to talk to her.
Tassim, if your father was here now, you would not...
But he isn't here, is he?
Has your father been away long?
Yes. He has to see to the family business in Cyprus.
When's he coming back?
I don't know.
Must be hard coping with that in a new school as well. My name's Jo Morgan. I'm a detective sergeant. I'd like to help you, Tazin, but I can only do that if you can tell me exactly what happened this morning.
And if I tell you, the boy who did this will hurt me even more.
Well, I can't promise you that won't happen. But one thing I do know. I can't do anything to stop him if you don't tell me who it is.
It's not just a case of bullying. It's assault, theft, possible robbery.
I agree, Chief Inspector.
Derek, please.
All right, Derek. But I can't talk now. I have staff to see before they go home.
The victims have to be persuaded from their names. Your pupils need to know that the school and the police are tackling these bullies together.
I can't sanction the interviewing of my pupils at school. Look, I've already called an emergency meeting of the school governors this evening to discuss the whole question of excluding problem pupils. I'll mention this as well. Hello, Mr. Barden.
Hi.
Nice evening for football.
Yeah, great. Look, if it'd help, I'd be happy to talk to the governors myself. Try and persuade them that our attitudes have really changed.
I'll ask the chairman. Don't hold your breath.
Tea?
Oh, no, thank you.
If Tassin says nothing, what can you do?
Well, very little, I'm afraid. If Tassin changes his mind, you come down to Sunhill and ask to see me, OK?
Tassin, this boy who hurt you will hurt others. You have to say who is he. Ismini söyle kendisine.
Yok!
Hadi söyle!
It was Darren Barden, but I'm not saying anything else.
I'm sorry.
That's OK. What about Tassin's friends? Maybe one of those might know what happened.
There is Josh Evans. You might find him where they skateboard, under the ring road.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Tazin, if you want to talk about it, Tazin, you come and see me, OK? Is Josh Evans here?
Who's asking?
Detective Sergeant Morgan, Sunhill. It's about Tazin Mehmet.
Is he all right?
Yeah, apart from a broken arm, he's fine. Were you with Tazin this morning when he got beaten up? He told us it was Darren Barden. Did you see?
Well, if Tassin's already said, I suppose it's all right. You see, we got taxed.
Taxed?
Everybody has to pay taxes.
What, the whole school?
No, just the first years. I offered to pay, but Darren saw the watch and took that instead.
What can you tell me about this lad, Darren Barton?
He's a fourth year. Tassin should have let him have the watch in the first place. No use getting done over for it. Darren took my Walkman last week and Danny's Game Boy.
I saw you at the school earlier talking to an older boy. He seemed a bit rough. Was that Darren?
Yeah, he told me to make sure Tassin kept his mouth shut. Will Darren know I've talked to you?
Well, I can't promise you won't find out, but I won't advertise the fact. With a statement from you, I could have enough to pick him up for questioning. Do you know where he hangs out after school?
Yeah, football practice at the school.
Is he keen on football?
Yeah, he's rubbish. He's only in the team because his dad helps run it.
Adam's just rung to say he's no longer quite so sure about the description of his assailant. He doesn't want to go through with the identity parade.
I wondered when that was going to happen.
Gov?
Lewis Barden, putting the frighteners on Adams. Right, well, you better go and have another word with our reluctant witness.
So, Mr. Adams, decided to change your story?
Oh, no, it's not like that.
What is it like then?
Well, it's just that, you know, when my head cleared, I realised that I hadn't really got that good a look at the bloke.
That's not what you told us this morning.
No, I was probably still suffering from concussion then.
Don't mess me about, Mr. Adams. He's been in touch with you, hasn't he?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I think you do. And with your help, we might just be able to put him away.
But what if you don't? If I agree to identify him, I'll end up in intensive care. I'm sorry, I'd like to help. But I can't.
Could you tell DS Gregg I've found some more details on Lewis Barden? Doesn't make pleasant reading.
Barden?
Pulled in earlier for an aggravated burglary where the victim gave a rock-solid description.
Where does he live?
26 Asham Street.
Same address as Darren Barden.
Well, Lewis is Darren's dad.
Well, is he still here?
No, sore point. On your desk, Sarge.
Cheers.
Alistair, I've been dealing with a theft and assault case. A young Turkish lad got picked on when he arrived at school this morning.
Yeah?
He only had his watch taken off him by a lad called Darren Barden.
I searched the Barnes place this afternoon. We found a watch with what turned out to be an inscription in Turkish on the back.
Is this it, Sarge?
Terrific. This case is falling apart at the seams. The one hooky item we find in the house, and it wasn't Lewis who nicked it.
Well, at least it helps their case.
Right, well, Darren's at football practice. I'm off to the school now to pick him up. Don't suppose anybody's free in case Lewis turns nasty.
Lewis? What's Lewis doing at the school?
Helps out with the football team.
I'll come with you. There's things I want to say to Lewis Barden.
Looks like football practice is breaking up now, Sarge.
That's my lad. Loving father, eh?
Marking his card for stashing iffy gear at the house. Speaking of which, I wonder where our Lewis stashes his gear.
Fancy asking the head for permission to look?
Don't you think he'd let us?
It's a she. And I don't think she would, no.
Forgive me for sounding suspicious, but I've had police in and out of my office all day.
We take assault and robbery seriously.
Does Derek Conway know you're here?
Does he need to?
Well, that depends on why you are here.
This assault on the Turkish lad.
Yes.
We've been given the name of the culprit, Darren Barden. We've reason to believe that the store next to your swimming pool is used by Darren to hide stolen items.
No, it's kept locked.
Yeah, well, Darren helps out, apparently. I'm sure it's possible.
We do need this evidence, Miss Wardale. And it would help us if we had it before we interviewed Darren.
I don't like the idea.
Why?
Because it could be misinterpreted.
But it could lead to a conviction, which would help solve your problem with the bullying.
Well, you'll have to wait till everyone's left. Caretaker's got a key.
Oh, Sarge, Barden and Son are off the premises.
Oh, great. I'll go and pick up Darren at his home now.
Joe, take back up, won't you? Remember what Lewis is like?
Yeah.
I've just had the headmistress of Elverton on the phone asking me to explain why her school is crawling with policemen. Now, why wasn't I kept informed, Jack?
I only heard myself a few minutes ago. Now, Joe's down there to pick up Darren Barden. He's the young thug who assaulted the Turkish boy.
She is not supposed to do that on school premises.
I'm quite confident that Joe will wait until the boy's on his way home.
I wish I was. What about Alistair?
Darren's father is Lewis Barden. Now, he's suspected of a string of aggravated burglaries.
I hope you're not going to use the son to get at the father.
Well, Alistair has reasonable grounds to believe that Lewis Barden may be hiding stolen gear in the school.
Well, that's not what he told Miss Wardale.
I'm sure Alistair won't tread on any toes.
He won't be treading on any eggshells either, Jack. I better get down there again, see what I can salvage out of this wreckage.
Yeah, there's still blood on it. Let's see if there's anything else in here.
Don't be stupid!
You're resisting arrest adding to the list, Darren.
Oh, so you're not coming with us then, Mr. Barton?
No, I think I've seen enough of that place today.
Then perhaps you'll start doing something about not having to go back.
Just you make sure he keeps his mouth shut, Maureen.
Nothing else, Sarge.
OK, now all we need to do is connect the bag to Barden.
Yeah, forensic can find fingerprints on it.
Wait, get back inside. Hello, Lewis. We're coming to get your bag.
Oh!
You all right?
Yeah.
Come here, Lewis! Lewis, come here! Lewis Barden, I'm arresting you for aggravated burglary and resisting arrest. You do not have to say anything unless you wish to do so, but what you say may be given in evidence. You understand? Yeah. Come on. Sir.
Miss Wardale,
Excuse me, Mr. Conway, but I have the sudden feeling that I've been used.
Not by me. I didn't know about D.S. Gregg's investigation into Lewis Barden, and I certainly had no idea the school would be involved. But it is a very serious case. Though you've no need to worry, I'm just as angry as you are.
Oh, I doubt it. Now, if you'll excuse me.
I'm sure Detective Sergeant Morgan won't be too long, Mrs. Mehmet.
Şimdi burada kapanacaktasın. Problem finished now.
I'll be blamed for going to the police.
Bu kötü olanı lazım tutsunlar before he hurt others. Now he will be expelled from school. The people will say thank you to you.
You're dead!
Congratulations, Jack.
Thank you, Derek. That's 2 good arrests.
I was making headway there.
Well, she's a very attractive woman, I'm told.
Alistair Gregg has made me look a complete fool.
Well, I think we made the head and the governors look foolish. Offering a safe house to an active criminal. Your Miss Wardell ought to be more careful who she lets in the school.
And from now on, that's going to include us.
Oh, they'll let us in, all right. As soon as one of the cleaners has a handbag nicked, or one of the little toe rags headbutts a science master.
Is this your watch, Tazin?
Yes.
Good. Now, we found that at Darren's house this afternoon. We also have a statement from Josh Evans telling us exactly what happened. Now, it's important that you give us a statement too. Do you understand?
Have you arrested Darren?
Yeah.
Josh says he'll be thrown out of school.
Well, that's up to Miss Wardale and the school governors.
But what about after school? Who will stop him then?
Well, he knows now he hasn't got away with it. I doubt he'll try it on again.
And his mother and father, now that they've seen what has been happening, they will stop him.
Will they?
If your father was here now.
But he isn't. He's never here when he's needed.
So how long have you been taxing the first years? So what's the system? Do they pay you weekly or just when you're short of cash?
How much longer are we going to be? He's not going to talk.
We know what you were doing. We've got witness statements. Was this the first time a kid refused to pay? D.S. Morgan re-enters room. Was this the first time you used force?
Oh, I don't think so. And we won't have any difficulty proving it either. The kids are going to leap at the chance of naming you now that you're out of the picture. We found Tazin's watch in your bedroom. We know it's his because of the engraving. He's identified it.
He gave it to me.
He says you took it.
He's lying.
You beat him up.
No, I didn't.
He's got a broken arm. And we've got a witness who saw you break it.
So? Why don't you just give me a caution and let me go home? I'm bored of all this.
You're bored? How do you think I feel? Between you and your father, we may as well move down here and have done with it.
Lewis Barden, aggravated burglary and resisting arrest, Sarge.
That's it.
You dropped me right in it.
I didn't mean to, honestly.
You'll be telling him next that if he wants to follow in the family tradition, he better learn his trade a bit better. As far as I'm concerned, you can lock them both up and throw away the key. I'm going home.
Stay back! Change up, Terry!
Check it out. Well, I could take your head off with this. True, but not very clever. You're already in trouble.
Don't push me, man! Get in the van, Terry!
Yeah, Phil. Your mate's bleeding.
7-9, situation report, please.
Come on, Terry!
Can't find the gear. Can't get it reversed.
Come on, Terry!
There's another one.
What are you doing? Stay back, guys!
Line back, leave.
3 minutes.
Oh!
You'll thank me for this later.
Nice run. Come on.
Looks like it's all over, Rich.
Yeah, missed the street party, eh?
Thank you very much for your help, Sergeant. No problem.
Many thanks, we're very grateful.
Yeah, way to go, Sarge. Well done, mate. I see you got a lift over, all right? Yeah.
Oh, time for your free ride with a nice policeman, lads. Right, come.
Nice, tidy result. CID will be happy.
Yeah, cheers up the usual diet of rubbish crimes for the lads. Morning, ladies and gents.
Sarge.
Well done, Matthew. Didn't know you were a street fighter.
You qualified from Margate Summer School for Kids, didn't you, Sarge?
Yeah. Next time, remind me to leave the truncheon and take a piece of scaffolding.
Never get it out your holster.
Well, stick it in a suggestion box, Sarge.
Yeah, they could trial it.
Special mate issue city idea number 23.
All right, all right. Very nice piece of work, Matthew. I've had the owners on the phone singing your praises.
Makes a change.
Might be an idea to get the loser's statement once you book this lot in. All systems go, Dave?
I think so. Don't know about yours, though, Alan.
Demon alcohol, you know.
Dave, where are you off to?
I'm taking the spare panda up to the CPS. Urgent case papers.
Good. Bill's take mine in for a service and give me a lift on the way.
Well, it ain't, though.
Privilege of rank, Dave.
OK. Yeah, bye. Oh, there's a call just come through for you. Somebody's pinched some cash from the BPC offices in Cheetham Road.
What, didn't you fancy yourself, then?
He asked for you personally, some guy called Rutherford. Anyway, I've got 3 bodies to interview with the DS downstairs.
I'd like to see Sergeant Boyden if he's about, please.
I'm afraid he's not available at the moment, sir. Would you like to leave a message?
Well, I just wanted to leave him this, actually.
And this is?
Bottle of whiskey.
Aha. For Sergeant Boyden.
Yeah. I managed the off-licence across the road from the Lee's shop. Well, I mean, the sergeant, he could have walked away, couldn't he? Saved me getting my skull cracked. Just thought I'd show my appreciation.
Alan, isn't it? Barry Rutherford.
I'm sorry,
West Hampstead, you had regional crime squad down.
Oh, yeah, that blagging. Yeah, that's a while ago now.
It's a lifetime away from the stuff I deal with here. From hard men to floppy disks.
What's your problem, Barry?
A real Brahma. We found the missing cash in the jacket pocket of one Debbie Shilton. That's her you're listening to.
She's not admitting it, then?
Not exactly. The kid's got problems. The firm took her on 9 months ago off her training op scheme for ex-offenders. She's got enough for them to qualify for Guinness. But the boss is keen on making a contribution locally.
Is he here?
She won't be until mid-morning. I made the call as head of security. So what do you want to do first?
The cash was stolen from this office?
Stuff been collecting for a colleague. Got a little girl who needs an operation. So, well, I agreed to look after it.
The box wasn't forced?
Wasn't locked. Just a cabinet, and that wasn't forced either.
Anyone apart from you have the key?
Well, Debbie was put in charge of booking in donations. It's the boss's idea. And you've got to show these people you trust them.
OK, right, you show me where the cash was found, and I'll have a word with the young lady. Tell me, will your boss be looking for prosecution?
She's given these people the benefit of the doubt before.
There's not a lot of that here, though.
No. I think she'll go all the way on this one.
So, if you could just check this through and sign the bottom, please.
It's amazing how little was actually damaged.
Could have been worse. Got some tasty gear in here. Now, that's what I call high technology.
State of the art of city.
I'm still a vinyl junkie myself.
Vinyl's finished. You got to move with the times, Sergeant. For you, with our thanks.
You're joking.
No joke. Just a small, no questions asked reward.
I doubt my governor would see it that way.
Does he have to know? Then, enjoy.
All units, punch up at DSS. Any takers?
Sierra Oscar 87. I've just stopped by at the Lee's shop to pick up the side, Sarge.
OK, Dave, I'll show you dealing direct unless you inform me otherwise.
Received. We got a shout, Sarge. One of those for me? Joke.
I'm killing myself. What are you doing?
Well, my pickup got cancelled. I thought I'd do you a favour.
Lovely.
Cheerio.
I haven't got anything to say.
Not even about why you had over £200 in your jacket?
I never nicked the money.
That doesn't fit the facts. Come on, Debbie. It's a straight question. If you cooperate...
I'll cooperate. Down at the station.
I'll talk to you later.
OK.
Yeah, what you looking at? Be something to tell wifey when we get home tonight, wouldn't it?
Put a sock in it. Come on.
What, glasses? But having a couple of notes? Had to be foreigners. You never catch the British showing their appreciation like that.
Shame weren't a camcorder. Been after one of those for ages.
My heart bleeds for you.
Well, you nipped to my mates and I'll drop this lot off.
Well, leave it outside. We're on a call.
It's only round the corner.
Stash it in the boot. The car's booked out to me, so no one will spot it. We can move it over to your motor, a changeover.
All right. Don't know why I'm listening to you, David.
Safe as houses.
Very funny.
Relax, Sarge. You just scored yourself a Class A freebie.
Can you book me one in, Sarge?
Oh, I'm sorry, Alan. She'll have to wait a turn with the rest. I've got to get this lot up the road by 10.
Yeah, OK. OK, love. Jenny, do you mind if you sit yourself there? Yeah? That's it. I won't be long, Sarge. I'm just going to do a check on my prisoner. Sarge?
What?
Present for the manager of the off licence.
All right. Stick it in the drawer. Sergeant Boyden. Recognise you from the mugshot.
John Mitchinson, Area Press and Publicity.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to have the story of your early morning heroics on the front page of all the locals tomorrow, Sarge.
Sounds grim.
Makes a nice change. We get fed up fending off the bad news hounds up at Area.
Do you mind going through, John? I'd like a quick word with the sergeant.
Take your time.
What happened to the DSS?
The scrap between a customer and a narky cashier. Fizzled out by the time we got there.
Fine. I saw what came over the counter for you this morning, Matthew.
Just clocked it myself, sir.
You know what I think about officers accepting gratuities?
Yes, sir.
You did a good job. I'll let this one go. But I wouldn't like you thinking I'd gone soft on mumping.
No chance of that, sir.
Justice is its own reward, Matthew.
Just going down the location now, Sarge.
OK, Kathy.
Who's that with the inspector? The Apo. Sarge is going to be famous. He got a flat. Oh, brilliant. He's got a nail right through it. Bill's not back in the workshop till changeover, is he?
Oh,
spare looks all right. We've got a jack, but I can't see the, what do you call it?
Trouble, ladies.
Flat tyre, sir, but I haven't got a gizmo for the bolts.
Wheel brace. Well, perhaps I can help.
Thinks we can't change a tyre.
Whose car is this?
Dave Quillen, sir.
Start with the diagonals.
Sir.
Sarge. Sarge.
Yeah? Matthew, look, you got a minute?
What's up?
In the office. In your day. I just had Munro in custody with a load of gear asking where you and Dave were.
I think you could say the wheels just come off your day, Sarge.
What can you tell me about these?
I'm not sure, sir.
They were in your car?
Stereo equipment, isn't it?
A CD player, in fact. It doesn't belong to you, then?
No, sir, no.
Now, is it stolen property? Did you find them on the side of the road?
No.
I haven't got time to play 20 questions. Do you know anything about this or not?
I knew they were in there, sir.
You gave someone permission to leave them in your panda?
Yes, sir. Sergeant Boyden.
Bob? Have you been in?
Not yet. I'm taking evasive action.
I wouldn't push it. You could end up in serious trouble.
I did a good job. I'm getting a little payback for a change. I don't see it's a problem.
That's the attitude of a plod, Matthew. Wouldn't recommend trying it on Munro.
The rules get broken all the time, Bob.
You front it out and you'll give him no option but to throw the book at you.
So what do I do? Show him my throat?
You just be grateful that's all he goes for.
Hi.
Hi.
How's it going with the smash and grabbers?
Yeah, great. They've admitted to it. Even gave us some TICs.
Oh, sensible boys. I wish I could say the same for Miss Schilt.
You had to go with her yet?
Pete, could I have the keys for cell number F1, please?
Yeah.
I've only just got it booked in. Can you sit in with me?
What for? Hold the tissues?
Oh, no, she's not the tearful type. Her file says she's expert at pointing the finger elsewhere. I just thought with your 5-star interview technique, it might improve my chances of a quick result. Come on.
Go on, then.
Cheers.
Well, it wasn't much of an ear bend. It was more the icy calm approach. He's not a happy man, though.
Yeah. Well, the best I ever had was a tease made from the neighbourhood watch.
Now, I turned down the biggie this week. What's that? Season ticket to the plastic surgeon, Rich. No, straight up. You know that good-looking Lindy bird? Now the escort that Suzi brought in on Tuesday? Yep.
Right, for make a call. Private.
Last wish of a condemned man. How can I refuse?
OK, Debbie, I've told WPC Croft...
The tape's on, yeah?
Yeah, it's in your own interest.
Oh, no, I want it on. I want to make a statement. I was stitched up over that money. I never took it. Barry Rutherford set me up.
Oh, come on, Debbie, you're not serious.
Oh, I'm dead serious. He's got a problem. Can't keep his hands to himself.
Go on, Debbie.
In the summer, they had a girl in the office, Anne-Marie. She'd been in trouble, but she's really quiet, soft, you know? Not like me. I had to train her how to do the basic admin. We got friendly. One night, Rutherford locked her in his office and assaulted her.
What do you mean he assaulted her?
Touched her up, kissed her. Oh, he really scared her. She left because of it. Wouldn't tell anybody either. She works at the hospital now.
Where's this getting us, Debbie?
Last Friday, he tried the same thing on me. We're fair game, ain't we?
He assaulted you?
Just remember, you're under caution.
He didn't get very far. I'm not helpless like Anne-Marie. I don't scare as easily. Threatened him I'd tell the boss.
Did you?
She wouldn't have believed me. Rutherford's Mr. Teflon round the office. Nothing sticks to him. He knew I'd got form. Used to be one of your lot, didn't he? So this is what he'd done to get rid of me.
Set you up.
He's got a cushy number going. He don't want me rocking his boat.
So why did you wait until now before you said anything?
Couldn't let on I'd sussed him, could I? Give him a chance to wangle some other stitch up. I want this official. Tape, the whole bit. I want you to investigate him.
Yes?
You wanted to
Close
see...
the door and sit down, Matthew.
I can come back, sir.
You've kept me waiting. Right. Dave Quinnan says you left these in the boot of his vehicle. Enlighten me.
I bought them, sir.
From Lee's Hi-Fi?
Yes, sir.
Got a receipt?
I didn't bring my checkbook. I'm going back there after changeover.
Frankly, I'm surprised you can afford £600 worth of consumer durables, Matthew. Someone die?
No, sir. I'm buying them on tick.
How much for?
Sir?
What's the APR?
Well, I don't exactly remember.
Shall I check it with the Lees?
Go ahead.
I'm not an idiot and I don't like being taken for one. I've known plenty of coppers like you. Easygoing, popular with the PCs. You give 60% tops to the job. Mostly you're busy looking after number one.
I pull my weight.
Not on my relief. On my relief, you give 100%, or I personally sort you out. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
I'm giving you till the end of the relief to get rid of it, or produce absolute proof of purchase at the genuine price. Play it straight with me and we'll call this a final warning.
Sir.
No one on my relief makes a side deal out of the misfortunes of members of the public. Not even you.
Barry Rutherford's a nice bloke, Suzi, ex-job. Reputation as straight as an arrow. He doesn't need to get involved with people like Debbie.
Yeah, well, she's not exactly a model citizen, but we're still going to have to check it out. Talk to the friend, take down the allegation.
Right, you talk to the friend and I'll have a word with the boss at PPC. Maybe she knows something we don't.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be out on the streets, Dave?
Yeah, I'm on my way. What's the damage then, Sarge?
Buy it or lose it. Tell my I'm going to buy it on tick. Got to sort something out.
Well, Rose got your brains to right, so he's going to check up on you, isn't he?
What about that charity shop in High Street? St. Somebody's Hospice. Why don't you give it to them? Get them to raffle it or something.
Oh, that High Fidelity? They trade in old metal teapots, don't they?
Make their day, though.
Make me sick.
Are you Anne-Marie Winters?
Yeah.
I'm WPC Croft, Sunhill Police. Is there somewhere we could go to have a quiet word?
Why?
Well, it'd be better if we could have
What
a word
work
in...
to do?
Look, it's about Debbie Shilton. She's a friend of yours, yeah?
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, she's in a bit of trouble at work. She told us about an incident between you and Barry Rutherford.
No, I haven't got anything to say.
Look, I'm sorry, Miss Winters, but Debbie's making an allegation.
I've got to go.
Well, don't you want to help your friend? Oh, I'll take that as a no then, shall I?
Are you on, Suzi?
Yeah, go ahead, Ellen.
Where are you?
I'm at St. Hugh's, I'm not getting anywhere.
Don't worry about it. Back to base. The firm have just dropped the charges against Shilton.
Sierra Oscar 79. I'm at the Lees, Ray. I'm just going to sort out this little problem.
That's the British.
Yeah.
Hello. How nice to see you, Sergeant.
Oh, Helen. You want to charge your young lady?
Guess what?
NFA.
That's the one.
Yeah, most companies want to get their bent ones off the premises.
Yeah, so they can go and do it somewhere else. Very intelligent.
Good news. Your boss has decided to drop the charges.
What? They don't want you charged, so we're releasing you.
Did you see Anne-Marie?
She didn't have anything to say.
I'm not going.
Now, hold on.
No, you hold on. Do you think I'm still going to have a job next week? They'll have me out of there so fast, and then what? With my record and no references?
We have noted what you've told us, Debbie.
What good's that going to do me?
Come on, let's get you out of here.
Oh, you understand why you've been released? If you'd just like to sign there for your property, please. Thank you.
Come on. If Anne-Marie wants to come and talk to us, tell her to call this number. Sorry, Debbie. There's nothing else we can do.
It's all above board. £30 a month.
Generous terms. All right, Matthew, we'll leave it at that.
Told you it was straight up, didn't I?
That'll be all, Sergeant.
Gary, can I have a quick look at the OB?
Yeah.
Cheers.
What can I do?
We want to speak to her.
Oh, it's all right, Gary, I'll deal. Can you buzz DC Woods for me and ask him to come down? Try to come with me. Right. What have you got to tell me?
I want to make a complaint about Barry Rutherford.
Why now, Anne-Marie?
Wasn't a reason to before.
No?
They weren't going to take my word over his. I just wanted to forget it.
And you've thought it through? Or did Debbie persuade you?
She's my friend. She's worth more than he is.
So are you, Anne-Marie.
You up to making a statement?
You'll be all right.
OK, Anne-Marie. Debbie told us that you worked at BPC Software during the summer.
I was supposed to stay for 10 weeks. Someone was on a course.
Did you work with Mr. Rutherford?
I was just learning, doing the odd jobs no one else wanted to do. He was round the office. He didn't give me any trouble at first. Then he asked me to stay on one night, said he needed help with the filing. He came in with this glass of wine. I was standing by the filing cabinet. He came up behind me.
It's OK, Anne-Marie, take your time.
And started touching me. My shoulders, down my back, my waist. I asked him to stop, but he carried on. I tried to move away. Got away from him. Only he'd locked the door and I couldn't get the key to turn.
Did he hurt you?
I had bruises on my arms where he'd held on to me. He tore my dress.
You know that if he was convicted, Mr. Rutherford could go to prison for this, Anne-Marie.
He'd have let Debbie.
Helen, didn't expect to see you back.
Someone's come up.
Look, I've got an appointment in 20 minutes.
I'd hold the appointments for now, Barry.
Oh, through here. There a problem?
Just been talking to Debbie and a friend of hers. Anne-Marie Winters.
You're coming from left field here, mate.
We need to talk, Barry. Down at the station.
You're not serious. What, a word or two,
I'm
little...
checking, Barry. Looks like you've picked up some bad habits since you left the job.
What am I supposed to have done?
Winters is alleging indecent assault.
You what?
And if you stitch Debbie up, you're possibly looking at conspiracy to pervert the course of justice on top of the assault.
Now, look. We can sort something out here.
Oh, come on. The girl's down at the neck right now making a full statement. I've talked to my governor. It's not going to go away, Barry.
You just remember, I'm innocent until proven guilty. Unless I'm completely out of touch.
Let's go.
What's this, stolen goods?
30 quid a month, eh? You weren't even looking for a CD.
Win some, lose some.
You're Rob, Sarge. Shame.
Criminal, innit?
Fancy going down the pub, drown your sorrows?
Nah, I'm going back to Leeds. Pick up my new camcorder.
But you haven't got a camcorder.
Wicked deal. 2 for the price of 1. Think about